Aries, I hear that there is a desire to reach out to have the community respond and connect back with you in the way that you connect with it, them, their, her, his, it. This is the Arcana Veil. Let's have a look for you. This is for the Aries collective. Oppositional. Arrival. And we had Pisces that fell on the floor in reverse. Okay. So, and home. My goodness. Okay. So someone is making you feel a little scrambled, or you are perhaps scrambling someone else's eggs. Either way, Aries, you are trying to understand, creating the litmus test of that which has to serve you because of that, of who you are dealing with in your life path. Needing to see if some people are actually worth the time, the test. The test takes time, I hear. I'm also seeing that there is definitely a focus on wanting to rebuild new relationships with certain people, and new ideas, wanting to bounce things around. This is going to be oppositional to the consensus, or to those that I hear may not approve. However, I'm seeing that there's definitely a focus on wanting to bring in a new way that is more home to you, that is more true to your nature. And so for those of you that are in that space of actually actualizing your intentions of setting new things in place, that's definitely related to where we're going right now. So some of you is definitely focused on becoming a little bit more rebel than usual, which is not a bad thing. I like it when people become a bit rebellious, because then it means they become true to their own natures. I'm not saying I'm advocating for chaos. I'm saying I'm advocating for freedom of consciousness within the self. And if I didn't say so, please remember to like, share, and subscribe, or drop an emoji. You don't have to say any words there, so that this channel can actually grow. And thank you. Aries collective. Hanged man, hanged one, an oppositional. By not doing anything that the consensus or the group would want you to do, doing nothing of that nature but sitting and watching and waiting for the energy to develop in itself, for you to, shake the world around you. We have vision and we have sorcerer on its side. Okay, magician, in other words. There is a point in your pathway where you are exploring the nature of its truest essence that will give you that which you seek, lovers. In this direction of your own truest form, in simple, you seek something that is so true to this deepest part of nature of yourself that it will, for sure, create a little bit of chaos in those that expect you to behave in a particular way. Why are you challenging the group? It's not a bad thing. I'm not grousing at you. I'm just saying this is super cool. You're in that rock and roll space where you are literally rocking and rolling between ideas, between feelings, between thoughts. Though some of you may feel like you're a little bit distressed because of all of the stuff that's been happening around you. I can see King of Cups here, definitely just having to receive a lot of things coming in, but not necessarily always okay with it or settling in with that. We're seeing the sorcerer here under the home. That is the truest part of your nature. This is your heart. And you're focusing on that idea, that pathway, that essence. And you're maintaining that vision, even if it's going to upset everybody else. We have the lovers here. The choice is made. You have set the goal in place. You are carrying forward at the nature of the heart, the essence of the mystic on your back, within your heart, within how you speak and what you express. Let's have a look and see if there's anything in the shadow or in the underworld. I need to explain this. The underworld is not some demon place or demonized place or some evil space. The underworld is a word that represents, or a name or term that represents the understanding of what is within the subconsciousness. You can't function without your subconsciousness. You can't have your heavens and your upper world or your middle world without the underworld. The underworld is not hell. I just need to make sure that you know that. Maybe this is for someone in the Aries collective. What is there in the underworld for you to embrace? That's how you should see it. To look at that super cool. It's like a little hidden part of your magical gifts that you have. What's hidden that you don't see in yourself? Okay. We have justice here as the underneath the hanged man or the hanged one. So you are justifying your actions. You are moving forward into a pathway that is true to your own sense of experience. You're justifying it. For some of you, you're actually encountering Four of Wands people, wanting to connect with people that are close to what it is that resonate with you. It will be a joyous experience once you understand that these people are vibrating on the same level as your mind, and not that you're going to find yourself in a place where you are having to subject yourself to others so that they can feel better about themselves. I like this little rebel energy inside of you, Aries. We have the Seven of Pentacles here, suggesting that it's going to take time to build that vision, to maintain that focus on that direction, that money making machine. Shake that booty. I don't know where that okay, this is for some of you. Maybe it's just for some lightness. Anyway, that was weird. So, okay, the Seven of Pentacles here under the vision, the Piscean mystical vision that you are wishing to endure, to experience. I can see a few people in here that are sort of key to this reading. There's some of you that are wanting to build the business, get the business going. That is based on mystical. You could be a reader, okay, and you want to start your channel. Maybe you have already, and you're wanting it to grow. That's cool. It means it's showing it's working. Only thing that you're being shown here is that you need to just keep your eye on the ball inside of your mind. Keep your eye on the vision, not on that which is outside of you, that which could potentially distress you or distract you. For others of you, you're going through a process where you're splitting from someone. You're definitely working on needing to clear up that causeway where you are able to justify your intentions of doing what it is that is true to your nature. Your freedom, the children, the acts of kindness, and perhaps the random acts of not so fantastic is the reason why you are moving away from certain things, people, places inside of the home space. For others of you, I'm seeing that there's definitely someone focusing on another person who they are in love with, and they are wanting to find a way to get into that place, to connect to that person. and yet they have to jump through all of these obstacles inside of their thoughts because it's just overthinking a lot of things all the time. So you end up doing nothing. And you want to know what's going on. Why is this going that way? And we have the sorcerer that says that is the fool in your subconsciousness. Very accurately depicting that you have the ability to set this thing exactly right. There isn't anything that does not seem to be a hindrance on your pathway that could create a chaos in your experience that's going to make you feel like you failed. In other words, what I'm saying is, Aries, you've got ability to recognize, Three of Swords here, what has caused the wound in the first place, of the fact, and it has a wound. This situation is wounded in some way. I'm not saying obviously catatonically bleeding all over the place. I'm not saying that at all. I'm saying that there's pain, there's hemorrhaging of some energy that's going into something that feels as if there isn't much that you have, that you don't feel like you've got a choice to resolve that situation. And yet what I'm seeing here is there's this oppositional, forceful, little driving little ram that you are, pushing right through all of these boundaries and barriers inside of your thoughts. Like, okay, I know it hurts me, but I'm going to go through with it. Okay, I know it costs a lot of money, but I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this because it's for me, because it's mine, because it's what I am, it's because it's who I am. And I'm seeing all of that coming through here randomly in places that you wouldn't expect. Like, I'm saying that you may not have expected this particular growth inside of you, but here it is. It's being revealed for you. You're being shown that this is pretty much heartache. Yeah, it bled. The swords are pretty big. This person was a moving target, obviously, so you felt like you were a bit betrayed in some ways, but you're recovering, you're recalling, you're getting over that experience of the pain that you had to endure, and in this way, you're coming up from the Fool, coming up into that which is true to you, your home space, your true space of your own divinity. That is what it is that you're seeking, that you are exploring, and that you are encountering. Overall, the outcome for you, you see, wonderful. Six of Swords, getting away from that. Maybe you're traveling, maybe you're surfing, maybe you're going into a place where you need to, you see, and for some of you, you challenge that person. You challenge them. And you get out from that. You rise above it. You hold your vision true. You're challenging those that are actually going against you. You see, the devil. I needed to see who you were actually challenging. Here's the guy with no pants on. That's the devil. Okay. I don't want to do the zoom on this because it's quite revealing. So that is exactly what your reading was, Aries. I hope this has given you a little bit of some guidance and some inspiration. If this has found you well, please remember to like, share, and subscribe, and drop an emoji. If you don't have any words, no worries. I love emojis too. And I'll see you soon. This was the Arcana Veil. Until next time.